Do I want to remember the peaceful ghetto before the raid, the stories my grandmother told me, her siblings gassed one by one before her eyes? Do I want the words I read every morning to bring this story to life, to feel as though our days are inching closer and closer to hers? No, I don't want to remember. But how can I forget? How can I forget when hatred is brewing, being signed to official documents on an hourly basis, when innocent people are suffering, cries of the wounded begging for life, faces of mothers carved with pain, hiding children dripping with fear? No, I don't want to remember. But how can I forget? Do I want to remember the families of refugees walking through Mexico as they flee MS-13, only to vanish in the midst of the day at the hands of drug cartels funded by my own weekly self-indulgence as I try to forget the mass grave streaming with vapor of blood, mothers searching for children in vain, the guilt of the ghetto that cuts my mother like a knife? No, I don't want to remember, but how can I forget? Do I want to remember the wailing of the night, the doors kicked ajar, ripped feathers floating the air, the screams of bigotry echoing from ocean to ocean, from the desert to the frozen tundra, as children in Syria, covered in the paint of war, are photographed for our tears that are then sold for dollars? No, I don't want to remember, but I cannot forget. Do I want to remember that dark world where the departed are blessed with an instant death, while the living condemned to a short wretched life and a long torturous journey into unnamed place, converting living souls into ashes and gas? Do I want to remember that our days may be moving back to that dark place that our grandparents have never stopped dreaming about? I have to remember it, for if this is the last time I can be, with the ease of perceived liberty, I want you to be completely there with me.